Hello YouTube, this is the Great Toy Reviewer, and today I got a rant video for you. Now, this rant has been done before, a few times before. I haven't watched all of them, and if I accidentally quote somebody somewhere somehow, oh well. Whatever, if you know who I'm quoting, oh well. But I'm just gonna be freewheeling this, and I hate captchas. I truly fucking hate these things. I despise them. I don't see the point in having them. They're an inconvenience. They're not internet security. They're internet insecurity. They're actually deter people from posting comments or downloading anything. They chase people away. Sometimes they're just so fucking hard to read, it's not fucking funny. Now, here's what my big gripe is. It's not the fact I have to type these things in. It's the sheer fact of what the fuck I have to type in. First, let's talk about the official captcha. Usually it's maroon, it's got a big C, and then atcha. Here's my problem. The official captchas have two words. Usually two groups of letters or numbers. One word is always easy to read. It's short, usually about 4 letters. That's fine if it was just those 4 fucking letters. But no. You gotta put a space and then you gotta type in whatever the mystery word is. The actual mind trick, the brain twister, if you will. Because half of the time you'll be racking your brain trying to figure out what the fuck is this. And you can hit the recycle. You can hit the cycle button so you get a new captcha. Yeah. And it's the same shit, different captcha. Each and every fucking time. Easy to understand group of letters. And the puzzle. Well, what constitutes this fucking puzzle? Well, let's talk about the actual symbols, the letters and numbers used that comprise this. The letters are always, I'm not talking about the first word, I'm not talking about the one that's easy to read, I'm talking about strictly the fucking puzzle. The one that usually has one long squiggly wiggly line going through it. Or a few little letters, a few little symbols here and there just to throw you off. Anybody realize that an S looks like a 5 when it comes to these things? Sometimes the straight edge of the 5, they'll kind of make it circle. They'll round it out so it looks like a fucking S. Lowercase L's turn out to be 1s. Zeros turn out to be O's. Because half of the time, they don't bother putting that little diagonal line through the 0, so you can tell it's a fucking 0. But no, that ain't gonna happen, sorry. Bullshit. I mean, it's kind of, and here's the thing, I once saw a warped O, I thought was a 0, it was just a warped O. And then there was a 0, which turns, then there was an actual warped 0, which was, I thought it was an O, turns out it was a fucking 0. Now let's also, it doesn't end there. It doesn't end with just letters that sometimes can look like numbers. Because keep in mind, it's not straight across. It's got to kind of, the letters got to kind of wave, and some letters are smaller than others. I'm not talking about the difference between uppercase, lowercase. I'm talking about the difference between small letter, big letter, little letter E, big letter E. They're both lowercase, but one is larger than the other. I once saw an 8 was smaller than a lowercase e, and yet the 7, which was right next to it, was taller than the uppercase T. Every time I see these things, I just get a fucking hemorrhage going. I fucking hate these things. I truly fucking despise these fucking things. And I haven't even gotten to the best part. Because not only can you not sometimes not tell what letters are letters and what numbers are numbers, sometimes, like I said, you mix them up. Because what you're looking at, sometimes an L is actually a fucking T. Sometimes a T you think is a T, it turns out it is an L. Or it's a J. Or something along those lines. Or you think it's if you think it's an L, and because of the way the little dots are, it turns out it's a really big lowercase I. And these are just the letters that are split apart. Because not only do they have these letters, you know, just some big, some small, looks like some random fucking kid just wrote a bunch of letters down. That's what it is. But it's not just that. Oh no, like here on YouTube, our CAPTCHA system here on YouTube sucks balls. Why? Why does it suck balls? Because not only after every 3, usually it rounds out to about every 3 text comments you place, you have to type in a word. And it's not just easy to read letters, so you can understand what the fuck you have to type in. And then you type it in, and it's not that fucking simple. It's not that fucking simple anymore. We have to complicate shit. Let's make it so the word is, not only does it bend, not only are all the letters in a kind of a wave format, let's smush them together. Oh, here's a bright fucking idea. Let's smush them together. Let's put them together. Let's make an O, an L. Let's make it so that looks like, I don't fucking know, a D. Let's confuse them even more. Let's reverse the letters. We'll make it a B. Oh, and it gets worse. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, it gets worse because some letters, you think it's an H. You really think it's an H. It turns out it's just 2 L's put together. It's 2 L's that are really close together. Or sometimes it's a bent H and it looks like a fucking uppercase A. Now, these are just the malformations of letters and numbers. Because keep in mind, we can't just have a 0 and an O. The 0 doesn't have that diagonal line going through it, so you can tell it's a fucking 0. Oh no. Oh fucking no. Do you know what it is? It looks just like a fucking O. Especially I have fucking seen an 8 on its side, which I actually thought were 2 O's, because it was one of those mixed letters and numbers bullshit. Some were small, some were large. I've been over this. I type in O. Turns out it was a fucking sideways 8. What the fuck is that? Oh, and now that's just letters, numbers jumbled together. Here's where it gets cutesy. Let's put a squiggly line through it. This is where I was saying a T could be it turns out a T is actually an L, or an L was actually a T. Because the squiggly line that goes through sometimes goes perfectly through the L to make it look like there's a T there. Or it hides the cross of the T. And you don't know what the fuck you're typing in. And my fucking luck. Usually there's 2 lines. 2 squiggly lines going all the way through the letters. Or they like to camouflage letters. Let's put a bunch of random fucking dots through there. I have heard stories. I haven't experienced myself, but I have heard stories of these blot test CAPTCHAs where a 0 is hidden underneath a dot. And they missed and they forgot the 0. They forgot the fucking 0 because they couldn't fucking see it. What is the fucking point of these things? Somebody tell me? Oh, it gets worse from there. Not only do you have squiggly lines and dots, and you got, it's camouflaged behind blurry tape. I don't know how to put it. They make it so it's kind of looking like, you look like it's like looking at the text specs from an old G1 transformer. You need that red lens to go over it so you can see. That's what you need with these fucking things now. You can't tell what's a 0 and what's a really cutesy camouflaged lowercase e. Not because of the way it's shaped. Well, actually it is because of the way it's shaped, but because it's covered over so it's kind of blurred. You can't really tell what's there. Or they try that reverse color bullshit. Oh, I love these fucking things. What they do is which letters are red? And you look at the field and there's no red whatsoever. It turns out it's one of those optical illusions where the letters stand out if you stare at them for more than 30 seconds. Usually after about 5 seconds of staring at one of these things, I say fuck it. Whatever it is I'm looking up or wanting to post or wanting to download or wanting to upload or wanting to register for isn't fucking worth the aggravation of having to spend 30 fucking seconds staring at this image waiting for these letters to pop out. Back in the 90s, they had those stupid fucking magic picture books where if you look at it and then you cross your eyes and then you pull it away slowly, an image pops out at you. Fucking useless! I tried those things, it don't fucking work. I did everything. I even listened to I even listened to the third-party suggestions on how to get those things to work. Guess what? It don't work for me in book form. It sure is fucking gonna work for me in this captcha image. And when the letters do pop out, you type them in because of what you think they are. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. Turns out one letter was just kind of out of proportion. And you mistype. Start over. And it's not just letters, numbers, and these useless fucking optical illusions now. Oh yes, we have to put symbols in there. Hash mark, hexadecimal, parentheses. I've seen these parentheses ones, and turns out one of them was in the way a C was shaped. I thought it was a C. I truly honestly thought it was a fucking C, because all the other fucking letters were warped. Oh, and it's better. It gets better there. Because not only do you have to type in the symbols, and sometimes they'll even have commas. They'll have commas and periods in there some places. And what you think is actually a period turns out to be a fucking comma. Or semicolon. Or mixture of the fucking whatever. I'm not very computer literate when it comes to the keyboard, but I do know these things fucking blow. And if it actually where I enjoyed it, I would enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it. Because now they've started the foreign language symbols, Arabic symbols, Hebrew symbols, or language characters. That's when you get a captcha that pops up and it says bird, 4 letters, plain bird, and the other letters are not even letters at all. They're not numbers. It was Arabic, Sanskrit Arabic, for Christ's fucking sake. What am I supposed to translate this shit before I can type it in? And no, it wasn't a malformed letters. It wasn't a weirdly shaped A, a weirdly shaped B. No, it was Arabic. It was fucking Arabic. Or could have been Hebrew. To me, they look the same. But I hit the recycle button, and I got the fucking puzzle again. Oh, and there's also another type that doesn't get mentioned much. And it's mostly on when you register on some websites. They like to ask you quiz questions. Like, they give you 6 times 3 equals 16, right? 6 times 3 is 16, right? Well, here's the best part. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes they'll cover up the 3 and the last number, and you gotta fill the fucking thing in. Because what they also do is they give you the it's the number plus number, take away number equals number. And they'll have at least 3, and they'll have 2 columns in the center covered up, and you've got to do a fucking math problem to get past here. Fuck you! No, seriously, fuck you! If I wanted to do math, I'd stay in school. Actually, I did finish school. If I really wanted to do that, I would go back to school. I would join a math club, for fuck's sake. I didn't want to have to figure this shit out just so I can I just type in random numbers. Wrong! Here's another equation, figure it the fuck out. And all I want to do is download an RAR file. And the best part is when they give you trivia questions to answer. Oh yes, these are fucking fun. Especially since they're always wrong! They're always wrong! It's like Trivial Pursuit shit, except for they get it wrong every fucking time. Who was the first president of the United States? Was one question. I typed in Washington. Wrong! They don't give you the answer, they just says wrong! I typed it right, capitalized the W. Why the fuck would I even have to put George Washington to begin with? I wouldn't say George W. Bush. But why would I want to put George Washington? I shouldn't have to do this shit. Give me just 4 random letters that I can fucking read with no extra little symbols and other language characters or a fucking math problem just so I can get to where I need to fucking go. That's fucking simple. Fuck CAPTCHA. I hope it fucking dies in a fucking fire. And I hope it burns slowly and doesn't die right away. I fucking hate CAPTCHA. I fucking hate it. It's an inconvenience to us all. It's not security whatsoever, and it doesn't do any good. Yahoo Chat used to be a great place to visit. I don't go there anymore. You know why? Too many fucking bots. Too many fucking CAPTCHAs. To switch rooms, you have to type in a CAPTCHA. And then you switch rooms, it turns out it's just full of fucking bots. Well, these CAPTCHAs were designed to kind of go through the bots. To kind of weed them out. But they're still there! Fucking nuke CAPTCHA. I fucking hate this shit. I want there to be a death camp for CAPTCHA. I just want it to fucking die. I want to be able to post the shit I want to post without having to go through 15 fucking hoops and a goddamn math problem. I'm going to end it up there. I'm fucking ticked.